Welcome back to Boxing Jabs. Once again, the Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight has been canceled for a second time. Now they're moving the fight to the Vitor Belfort card with Oscar De La Hoya. Now we have everything we wanted to know about why this fight was canceled. The first fight was canceled because they wasn't selling enough tickets. They were not going to get enough pay-per-view buys. So they came up with the excuse, COVID-19. Triller knows if the money that they're paying Teofimo Lopez, almost $4 million, they would take a huge loss if they would have put that fight on this month. Then they moved it up to August. And they also found out that tickets were not going to sell and they were not going to get the pay-per-view buys. So now they have moved to Oscar De La Hoya Vitor Belfort. We know that Oscar De La Hoya has a built-in fan base, which will help this fight sell and possibly sell big. I believe that this fight can get 500,000 pay-per-view buys just because of the popularity of Oscar De La Hoya within the Mexican community. And that can basically pay George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez. But this also shows Teofimo Lopez is that he's not as big as his mind has been telling him. He's not as huge of a draw as he really thinks he is. Because right now, it seems like he cannot carry a pay-per-view card. And when you have to go to a 46-year-old man to carry the card from you, that says a lot. That means that you're going to have to find a fighter in your next fight who has that ability to carry a fight. This is why people want to see you fight a Devin Haney. But it probably seems like if Loma wins over Nakatami, there will possibly be a rematch. George Kambosos has to be extremely angry because here's a man who came over all the way from Australia. Yes, he does train here, and his wife is pregnant. But when you train and you get ready for a fight in June, then they move it to August, and now it's September. It weighs on you because you have to properly prepare your body. What I'm talking about is that you want to be at peak performance the night of the fight. So every week you build yourself up. So George Kambosos will have to start all over again, retraining his body to get ready for a fight in September. But this tells you a lot about Teofimo Lopez. That he's not the big guy that he says he is. He's a hell of a fighter. No question. You can dispute if he's undisputed or not. But he beat Loma. And he beat him handily. But before he can cross over and be that huge fighter that he wants to be, he has to beat a Devin Haney. He has to beat a Tank Davis. He has to beat a Ryan Garcia. He has to beat one of those young lions that will set him apart from each one of those fighters. And that's what Teofimo will have to do if he wants to be the huge pay-per-view buy that he believes himself to be. Boxing is a sport where you earn your money. You earn your pay-per-view buys. Sometimes it takes 5 years. Sometimes it takes 10 years. It took Floyd a while into the fight with Oscar De La Hoya before he became a pay-per-view legend when it came to boxing. So Teofimo was still a young man. He can't carry a card now. But 2 years from now, he may be carrying a card where he get 500 to 1 million pay-per-views a fight. It comes down to beating a young lion. And that's what he'll have to do to cross over into pay-per-view heaven. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe. Boxy Jazz. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button and share this video.